How internet brain rot destroyed Gen Alpha.
We cannot raise a generation of kids that are this tuned out, that are this rude, that are this violent.
I teach 7th grade. They are still performing on the 4th grade level.
People have been sharing videos of their children literally having meltdowns after taking the iPad away from them.
What's wrong?
I want an iPad.
There's too much stimulation for kids today. That's the problem, is they don't fill that void through their own imagination anymore. They just get that information given to them. What were shows that you watched when you were a kid? I'm not saying like Nickelodeon Disney shows. I'm saying like kid shows. Like Max and Ruby. You remember that? Anybody remember that? Like Dora? Yeah, it was like very elongated, instant gratification content. You would tune into it, tune out, play with your stupid toy, tune in, tune out. Kids today are like glued to the fucking screen because it's just so many cuts every 4 seconds, so it's just constantly giving them something to watch. Little Einsteins is another one. Wonder Pets. They're good shows, but they're not good enough, which is what makes them good, right? They're story-driven shows where you have to pay attention to understand what's going on. It's not something that's just going to glue you to a screen.
As a 12-year-old, the internet taught me too many things I shouldn't know. It has completely ruined me, and I have serious mental health issues. This is just one of the many horror stories about brain rot destroying Generation Alpha.
That is not something unique to Gen Alpha in any way at all. I think that is unique to all of us, too. Or not unique. I think that's relatable to all of us. Anybody that lived during the internet era could have access to effectively unlimited information.
It's gotten so bad that
it's not just, Gen Alpha's dealing with that problem. We dealt with it too.
The Oxford Dictionary made brain rot the 2024 word of the year. But although everyone is complaining about brain rot, most people still don't understand what it is exactly or how much damage it's causing. Today, we'll break it down like never before and show with...
What would you say, chat, what would you say brain rot is? Low attention span, useless slop that provides momentary gratification, but hindsight nothingness. The low taper fade. Low taper fade's brain rot, but that's not the problem with like what kids are consuming. Like low taper fade is a meme that is, I would say, primarily consumed by Gen Z. I think Gen Alpha brain rot is like people that actually watch Skibbity Toilet. People that genuinely watch Cocomelon. People that genuinely like are in tune with those fucking stupid trends that we get clips of and we're like, oh, this is funny, but they're actually like consumed by it.
The proof how brain rot is destroying an entire generation. The disturbing rise of brain rot. Brain rot is the idea that exposure to certain content can turn you into an idiot. It's based on the belief...
Okay, I don't know why I think that's funny, but the image they the image they used.
Idiot. It's based on the belief that the internet is rotting the brains of kids who spend too much time watching...
Oh, fuck no. Is this real? No, this kid's playing Minecraft creative PE. Number one, that's the biggest problem we got going on here, okay? Get this kid in survival Minecraft, make him fend for his fucking life. What the hell are we doing? This kid's playing creative, just spawning in fucking creepers and witches and shit. Boring. He has a WWE ring, his phone, and an iPad with Minecraft PE on it at the same time.
But this isn't just some theory. A mom saw it happen to her own sons. When the boys were toddlers, she would play videos on...
You know what they gotta do, dude? I don't know if this is relatable. I used to watch Animal Planet so much as a kid, and some of it's pretty graphic, okay? I remember being 6 years old watching a lion eat another animal. I'll kill it, right? It would maul it. There'd be, all right, there's a lion coming in on its prey, and it would fucking literally take it out. I would watch it rip its fucking organs out. But I honestly think it wasn't traumatic for me then. I remember being 6 years old and being like, wow, fascinating, because I thought animals were so cool. And you're learning something. So it's still engaging you, but you're also like, wow, now I know about fucking zebras. And I know more about how they survive in the rivers they have to cross where they're flooded with crocodiles and there's lions waiting on the other side.
It worked so well that she started calling the iPad Peace in a Pocket.
Sometimes you
have an important phone call or you've got a parent-teacher interview or whatever, that you just can't be interrupted in, and it's so easy. It's peace in a pocket.
But that peace.
Yeah, I look back at like my childhood and I remember having an iPad mini, but I was a little bit older when I had one. I was probably 10. Kids today get iPads when they're like 4. And I think that's part of the problem, is they don't know how to have fun without that shit. And so you're introducing it too young to where they're incapable of recognizing, what do I do without this, right? They're reliant on it. I think you giving your young kid an iPad isn't a problem if they understand what to do without it.
By the time her sons were 9 and 7, they were exhibiting disturbing behavior. The boys didn't want to do anything except watch videos online and play games. They didn't even want to go to school or do homework. And when she tried to take the screens away, this happened.
And they would become sort of aggressive and throw tantrums and that sort of thing if they'd played for ages and ages.
Bro, that's kind of why I hate, like, not kid-friendly content. I'm not saying kid-friendly, like Queso is a family-friendly streamer, and he has a wide array of people that watch him, and that's fine, right? I don't like kid content on YouTube where they're like family-friendly, but the adults act like they're kids. Not Ryan's World. You know how Ryan's World, his parents will act like fucking toddlers and Blippi and people like that? I fucking hate those YouTubers. You're panning it. Give them something to watch that's not just like stupid.
Researchers found that too much screen time physically changes kids' brains.
One result that keeps showing up, parts of the brain related to reading, language, and decision-making are often weaker in kids who have more screen time.
This shrinking of the brain is what we call brain rot, and by the time parents notice, it's already too late. One mom shared a story about her 7-year-old daughter who got an iPad for Christmas. No one realized how addicted this girl was.
I don't know how I'm going to be a dad, bro. Like, obviously, it's a whole learning curve and shit. Bro, that is so annoying. That's like, they're like getting upset about that. Like, obviously, bro's like 5 years old, but I'd be like, bro, you're really tripping about a fucking iPad right now. Like, that would be my response. That, like, I'd be like, yo. And I'd try to reason with him, but he's 5, so he's not going to fucking understand me. I would be sitting down and be like, yo, dog, shut up for a second. It's an iPad. Why are you crashing out, bro? And he's going to be like, but I want it. It's not that big of a deal. And then he'll calm down. I don't know why I think that would work, but I feel like it would. It definitely won't. It definitely won't. They'd probably be like, and they start snotting all over themselves.
Was until her birthday party. The house was full of guests, presents, and cake, but none of it mattered. The girl did not talk to any children invited and spent the entire party playing Roblox on her iPad. Generation Alpha.
Wait, what? That's fucking crazy. Was it her? It was her birthday party and she just sat on her iPad the entire fucking time?
Generation Alpha is defined as those born from 2010 to 2024.
Bro. No. That means some of you guys are in Gen Alpha. I thought Gen Alpha was like 2013 or something, like 2014 and up. Bro, that means like a good 500-600 people in my chat are Gen Alpha. Because that's like 15-year-olds. It's 2012. I think it's like a different consensus depending on what website you look at.
10 to 2024. From the moment they could hold one, these kids had iPads in their hands. That's why they've been hit the hardest by brain rot.
She knew exactly how to start it up. She knew from the get-go.
From the moment she wakes up, Violet Bolton can't wait to get on her iPad.
There are about 2 billion.
You know what they just got to show them? That fucking maze video where that weird thing scares you. You know what I'm talking about? Where they'd be like, oh, do you want to play the maze game? And your friend would be like, yeah. And after you complete level 3, it jump scares you. And then they would just never go on the iPad again.
What happened?
I was so scared of that when I was a kid. So scared.
When these brain rot kids step into the real world. iPad kids. Studies show that kids who spend too much time online are more defiant and rude to their parents. A perfect example of this happened on a flight from Germany in August 2017. A mother and her...
Bro, the shit that pisses me off is when a kid's having a tantrum. You ever been to like... It's always at an Applebee's, bro. It's at an Applebee's or a Chili's. And a family's out and you can tell they just don't care about their kid. and their kid's just like actively having a tantrum and they're just not doing anything. They're eating, they're just ignoring the kid like it's a fucking smoke alarm that needs to be changed. Just like a beep, and it's like the kid's actually just like, and they're just like, so anyways, what do you want to do after this? You want to go bowling? And I'm like, dude, shut your kid up. Like, stop your kid. Can we please get your kid to not do that? It's different if they have like a genuine like medical issue or something, but 99% of the time it's just a kid crashing out.
Your child boarded the plane, and right away you could tell this was an iPad kid.
Bro, another story. I had an iPad. This was when I was in high school. I had an iPad kid sitting behind me. He was probably 7, and he got bored and he started kicking the back of my chair. And I remember looking back and him looking at me, and he went and stopped for like 5 minutes. I look back, the mom's asleep. He starts doing it again. Dude, I forgot about this. He starts doing it again. So I fucking look behind, like I'm on window aisle or like window seat. So I look in between the cracks and he sees me again and I go, and I just stare at him for like 10 seconds. Full stops. Doesn't do it again. Scared the shit out of him.
The mother asked the flight attendant to turn on the Wi-Fi so her child could use their...
That poor kid, he wouldn't stop kicking my chair, dude. I'm not even talking like, oh, his knees were against it. He was going like this. Like full fucking like kicking. Like my fucking chair, dude. Like stop.
iPad. We don't know if the Wi-Fi was turned on or not, but as soon as the plane took off, all hell broke loose.
The passengers describe an 8-hour flight from hell with nonstop and nerve-jangling screaming and fussing. They even...
All right, this is going to be a bit of Schadenfreude. Schadenfreude is when you feel joy from other people's pain. When I'm in the back of a plane and I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm like seat 35B and I'm middle row, and I hear a kid crying in the very distance, but I have my AirPods in, and if I hit the dum, it goes noise canceling and I can't hear him. I just go, in my brain, I go, because I know the people that are right next to that kid are not having a good time. I know the people that are right next to that kid are like, oh, you get on a flight and there's a fucking kid crying next to you. Oh, it just ruins your day. Like, talk about ruins your day. Now I'm sitting in the back of the plane. I'm like, oh, I got the worst seat on the plane. Full swap. I got the best seat on the plane. I'm far away from that kid that's going to cry for 6 hours.
Covered their ears to drown out the 3-year-old.
No matter what.
Oh, my God. Yo, if I'm sitting next to them, chat, you hear this noise nonstop.
They even covered their ears.
You're right next to the mom that's like holding the kid that like will not stop crying. How long until you like freak out? I'd give myself like an hour. I would give myself an hour where I'm just sitting like, just like slow breathing, and then I'd be, ding, I'd hit the fucking the like flight attendant button. Kid's gotta go. You see that door there? Open that hatch. Whoop. No, I'm not actually advocating for that. I'm not saying throw the kid out of the plane. But I would be mad. I would be mad for sure.
No matter what anyone did, the child wouldn't calm down.
But he was climbing all over the chairs. He was just screaming, would not let up. He was running up and down the aisles.
Some people...
Yo, that's the guy. This is the guy they interviewed. This pro sitting 12B. Just sitting middle seat right next to the fucking kid crying.
Some people say the solution is simple. Punish the kid. Spank them. Take away their devices. But
I'm not spank them, bro. If the kid's crashing out, I don't know. What do you do? Because he's not like an infant that's crying because he hasn't had food. That's different. If you're a like 1-2-year-old and you still shit your pants, you can't talk, you can't walk, you can't do anything. Tape? You're going to tape your kid's mouth shut? You got to hit him with that mom stare. That's what you got to do. You got to put the fear of God in your kid's eyes from a young age. You know that mom stare where they're like, you know they're not going to hit you, but it's like you're in tough shit. But if does a 3-year-old understand the mom stare yet? Where they're like, that's the mom stare. Where it's like, you're fucking around. You don't know your mom's mad at you. You hit a fucking like, you hit a quick turn to look and they're just like in the corner. You're cooked. You're like, fuck, I'm going to die. I'm going to get killed today.
But what happens when the kid isn't small anymore? Like this 15-year-old Gen Alpha boy who is 6 feet tall and 270 pounds. In September 2022, his mom allegedly took away his phone as punishment. In retaliation, he destroyed the entire house.
Bro, what? I'm disowning my kid. Bro shattered everything, flipped the fridge, literally took everything out of the fridge, fucking shattered it, and threw it onto the fucking island. Over his phone.
Desperate for help, his mother started
A GoFundMe? Bro.
Started a GoFundMe to raise money for repair.
But then the kid could just do it again. I feel like the way you gotta stop him at that point is his friends clown on him. Because, like, his friends aren't gonna be like, yeah, that's chill, dude. You destroyed your house because your mom took your phone. They'd be like, bro, what the fuck?
But when people started criticizing her son for being spoiled, she tried to change the story. She posted another video saying her son was mentally ill and that his meltdown wasn't over a phone, but the internet wasn't buying it. They thought she was only saying that so more people could feel sorry for her and donate. But this kind of aggression from kids is everywhere now, even in schools.
I've had a student throw chairs at me and shoes because I asked them to get their math book out, but they didn't want to.
And nothing triggers aggression fast.
Bro, that's just like some different shit, man. Like the whole respect your elders type stuff. There would be times where I would like, you know, make jokes with a teacher or something. I never understood when my classmates would like straight clown on a teacher though. Like that's like just rude. It's not even funny. Like when a sub shows up and they're just like an asshole to them. I remember there would be subs showing up and we would act like we were different people. Like I would say here for somebody else because they didn't know who we were. So we would like fuck around like that. But that's like harmless. You're not mentally taxing that person. But just like cursing out your own teacher, throwing a chair at them, shit like that. Like, bro. I don't want to say like they're better than you, but they're your fucking teacher, man. Like show some sort of fucking respect. Even if they're an asshole, at that point, it's just like, man, you got to get through that. That's a part of fucking life. And that's what worries me with some people too, is the kid that acts like that and throws a chair at his teacher, he's never going to fucking go anywhere. Part of school isn't learning shit. Obviously, yeah, it's like learning the school, like the skills to problem solve. But a lot of school, too, is just learning how to do shit you don't want to do. Because that's a lot of life is unenjoyable bullshit. Like, just having to fucking do stupid stuff, right? Not even on just a job level. Dumb shit like going to the DMV, bro. Sitting in a DMV for fucking 4 hours. You know what prepared you for that? Sitting in a boring-ass English class. Sitting in a boring-ass English class every day for fucking 12 years.
What? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
Dare you to come take your iPad. Leg sweep. Whoop. Take the iPad. Yoink it.
But Gen Alpha kids who aren't lashing out are facing a different emotional problem. Depression. In 2021, researchers found that high school kids who spend too much time on TikTok experience memory loss, depression, stress, and anxiety. Sometimes even healthy teens start believing they have a mental disorder just because they saw it on TikTok.
Important story for parents to...
Bro, that was a big problem. I don't think that's as bad anymore, but there was a lot of people that were like self-diagnosing themselves on TikTok and claiming they had serious illnesses just because they saw like, here's 5 signs to know if you have Tourette's. And then somebody just goes, yeah, no, I have that. Like that one TikToker that just like said she had it. Here's 5 signs to know if you're schizophrenic. And then somebody, like, why are we even making those videos, number one? You got to go get fucking tested.
Here, rise in teens on TikTok self-diagnosing themselves with rare mental health disorders, in most cases that they don't have, after watching videos on the social platform.
But it doesn't stop at wrong diagnoses. In one bizarre case, teens actually developed physical symptoms.
Teenage girls showing up at their doctor's office with these strange tics, these strange movements and jerking movements. Nobody could figure out why.
Doctors were baffled. It took a team of investigative reporters to solve the mystery.
According to a recent Wall Street Journal article, doctors say all the girls have one thing in common. They're watching TikTok videos of people with Tourette's syndrome, which is a neurological disorder.
How many videos are they watching of people with Tourette's to develop tics themselves? That's not just one video on your For You page. That's every video all day. You're just constantly watching people with the same tics for you to start developing that yourself.
That can cause physical tics.
They're faking that? I don't know.
No wonder TikTok is called the worst social media platform of all. It's pure brain rot. This next brain rot problem destroys the innocence of kids. Inappropriate content for kids.
I think that's just part of the problem of TikTok has its value, but any short form media app that you can have mass media consumption very quickly will always have massive downsides just due to the amount of content they're able to consume. Any, like YouTube, Twitch, any social media platform is going to have its negatives, but the quicker you're able to filter content, the worse that content will have on your mental, because the more you're going to see.
Kids who spend all their time online don't have to go looking for adult content.
Instagram Reels is worse. It's any short form, dude. It's YouTube Shorts, it's Instagram Reels, it's TikTok, fuck, Facebook.
First, they stumble upon viral memes that might be funny for an adult, but can be extremely harmful for a child. For example, there are plenty of instances of children quoting the Haktua meme without understanding what it means. There's even a children's...
Bro, there was some similar shit. Yo, you remember the ones, what's the one Flo Rida song where he goes, blow my whistle, baby? I used to be singing that in the car. They used to play that on my bus. Whistle by fucking Flo Rida. I'd be walking in the hallways singing that shit. No idea you're talking about. No idea what I'm talking about.
Song about Haktua that stayed up on YouTube Kids for 3 days. We've also seen kids making jokes about P. Diddy and baby oil. That's not something a child should know about, but inappropriate jokes are just the beginning.
Shit, though. No, there's no way. Nobody's making jokes about P. Diddy not knowing what's going on.
Once a kid falls into toxic content, it only gets worse. Some as young as 9 are addicted to mature videos. Others watch real-life gore and...
Bro, it's too easy to access. The pipeline I had when I was a kid. First, I used to Google nude beaches when I was like 10. Then I used to Google boobs on YouTube, right? Then you go through that platform, right? Now motherfuckers just know. Now they just know. When I was like 9, bro, I used to just be like, boobs. Boobs on YouTube. Literally, yeah, somebody said girls kissing.
And this exposure changes them. They start talking and acting differently. Some get so edgy, they want to get physical with the cops.
And then he has to provide his ID.
Yeah, you know what? Y'all know what? The police, the Freemasons suck my...
Although TikTok, YouTube...
Bro, that's not even a Gen Alpha guy, though.
YouTube and Twitter try to filter the worst content, kids still find it because they're always online. Before we explain the next way brain rot is destroying Generation Alpha, there's one question we need to answer. If brain rot content is so bad, why do creators keep making it? Getting rich from brain rot. Brain rot isn't just about too much screen time. It's also about the fast, flashy content kids watch.
It's not even just about that, dude. The reason people are going to continue to make brain rot is because it's the easiest audience to captivate. You don't have to have a plot. You don't have to have any necessarily creative ideas. You just need very good animation, flashy, visuals, and stupid sounds playing. And there's a lot of YouTube Shorts people that with the lower CPM make way more than I do because they just have that audience. And even then, if you have a long form brain rot audience, you make money because kids can get marketed to so many things that adults won't.
While brain rot content is destroying Gen Alpha, it's making those creating it filthy rich. Let's look at the numbers, starting with one of the worst offenders.
Oh my god, Cocomelon, bro.
Right now, Cocomelon's YouTube channel has 189 million subscribers and 1,400 videos. And those videos have been watched 196 billion times. And every single one of those views puts money in their pockets. However, their biggest payday came in 2021 when the studio behind Cocomelon was sold for
$3 billion. All right, Chad, I'm going to start being family friendly now.
According to Forbes, the Baby Shark dance video earns around $283,000 each month. That's about $9,000.
Wait. Just the Baby Shark video from like 6 years ago makes fucking, what, over $3 million every year?
And $83,000 each month. That's about $9,400 a day. We can't talk about brain rot shows without skipping.
And that's one of their videos.
Toilet.
Who the hell's playing Baby Shark in 2025?
It's a nonsensical YouTube series about toilets with human heads in the bowls, but it gets over 30 million views per video and could earn up to $23 million per year from YouTube alone. But it's not just videos. Even social media platforms are worsening brain rot by making their apps more addictive. Scrolling on TikTok has been compared to
and they want to pay you, bro. They're trying to, and there's a battle. You don't see this shit. There's a battle going on with TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And the other fucking companies that are trying to pull viewers from TikToks are paying creators to help facilitate growth on their platforms because they recognize the amount of ad revenue that comes with bringing short form viewers in. It's straight profit for the business itself, and it literally is just like nickel and diming the creators. The creators can make a lot of money if they're at the top, but a lot of the time short form media isn't profitable unless you are literally pulling in tens of millions of views.
Playing a slot machine in a casino. Every short video gives a tiny hint of dopamine, making users more addicted. Now, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram are copying TikTok, pushing short videos to keep people hooked. And it's paying off. Here's a table showing how much social media platforms earn in 2024. It ranges from
No way Facebook makes the most.
$100 million.
That has to be from old people. How the hell does Reddit make money?
To 80 billion. Despite the warnings, nobody is stopping. If anything, they're doubling down because brain rot is a gold mine. This next problem.
How the hell does Reddit make money? Oh, just like watch page ads?
This next problem is serious because it affects Gen Alpha's daily life. A generation that can't communicate. Watch this video and see if you understand what this kid is saying.
Diddities and diddy men. Keep your phantom high, but Sigma's higher. And remember...
Yeah, that's my kid. I'm telling him to sit down, bro.
It's just alcohol!
Sounds like complete nonsense, right?
Nah, I understood every meme. I understood it. Yo, he was kind of spitting there. No lie. But at the same time, yeah, that is dumb as hell. He stood up and had to give a speech about that.
But believe it or not, this is how many Gen Alpha kids talk now.
It's just slang. The problem is... Here's the issue. We, right, even if you guys are Gen Alpha, I'm presuming the people here that are Gen Alpha are like 15, 16. We jokingly use meme terminology online, maybe a little bit in person. But for the most part, you have actual conversations with people in real life. Kids only communicate using that terminology. That's their everyday slang. I'm not going out and hanging out with my friends and being like, the low taper fade. But they do.
It's called brain rot slang. Slang only makes sense if you're deep into online culture. Otherwise, it's gibberish. It's so frustrating that a TV show host brought her own Gen Alpha son on live television just to explain this bizarre way of speaking. But every brain rot word has a meaning. Riz is short for charisma. Only in Ohio refers to anything that's strange or random. And skibbity can mean good.
Nobody uses only in Ohio, though. If you gotta be a dead meme. You gotta be a dead meme fucking guru there. If you're using only in Ohio.
There are so many of these terms that someone started a brain rot dictionary to keep track. But brain rot slang is not a laughing matter. Many teachers have noticed that kids who speak brain rot struggle to switch back to normal English. It's like they're forgetting how to talk properly. But at least teenagers can still talk. Toddlers, on the other hand, are losing their ability to speak at all. A mother shared her experience with Coco Melon, one of the...
Dude, chat, how often do you use, like, brain rot meme terminology in everyday conversation? I don't know. I feel like the difference is that a lot of people that are like, high school and older now use it in an ironic way, right? You're being sarcastic. You're like, yo, I'm trying to whiz. Right? I'm trying to whiz to huzz. Right? Like, you don't mean it. But the problem is that's becoming a word that people actually use. And then once people are like unironically going, yo, I'm trying to riz. Like, oh, fuck.
Youngest was watching CoComelon almost every day, and I just thought he was taking a bit longer with his speech. But after I cut it out, his speech picked up almost instantly. He started saying simple words like mama and dada that he hadn't said before. There's a reason for this. For starters, the scenes in CoComelon change every 1 to 3 seconds. It's so fast that kids barely have time to process what's happening on screen. Secondly, the colors in CoComelon are at maximum saturation, which can overwhelm a child's developing brain. Last but not least, CoComelon has repetitive songs and high-pitched sounds, all designed to grab and hold a child's focus.
And all of that is happening simultaneously. The child is being overstimulated.
And that overstimulation comes with consequences.
Instead of the child singing along or, rehearsing the lessons in the show, they are just mesmerized by what is happening. All of the different senses that are being...
Yeah, they have no time to think. There's no input output. It's just like straight input the entire time.
Stimulated in the moment of watching, and it actually causes them to become nonverbal.
It's a national crisis. A 2023 survey found that 1 in 5 children were behind with their talking and understanding of words. That's the highest number ever recorded. Talking is how people express themselves. So what happens when...
Get your kid to watch Dexter? That might be a bad show choice. That might be a rough show choice for a kid to watch a show about a serial killer. I don't know.
Or worse, what happens when they can't speak at all? Following the cool kids. Brain rot has trained Gen Alpha not to think. So when a new TikTok trend goes viral, they don't stop to ask, is this a bad idea? They just jump in, and sometimes it ends in disaster. Take the outlet challenge. Kids were shoving coins into electric sockets just to make sparks fly. Or the Devious Licks challenge, where kids filmed themselves stealing from their own schools, and those who got caught got in trouble. And worst of them all, the blackout challenge. That one was fatal. This isn't just about dumb TikTok.
What the hell's the blackout challenge?
This isn't just about dumb TikTok trends. It's about an entire generation of kids losing their ability to learn.
You would choke yourself till you pass out. Who the fuck would do that?
Dumb generation. Brain rot is messed.
That's a trend. That was a trend where people would film themselves, hold their breath till they fainted.
Even the kids who can read can only handle simple sentences or scan headlines. But ask them to read something longer or more complex, they shut down. And then
I think I used to have a really bad reading level, and then I kind of forced myself to read over time. The best thing to help you read well, for me at least, was genuinely philosophy, because not only is it more complex sentences, but what they're trying to convey to you, you have to truly understand. And so you have to reread shit a lot. And then that makes you better at reading.
There's the problem of low attention spans. As if being distracted and unable to read wasn't bad enough, Gen Alpha is also making their teachers' lives miserable.
Having to teach and work with you guys as children has been the most traumatic experience of my life. They don't respect any authority. You ask them, can you stand in your designated spot? They're telling you no and shut up.
In 2023...
That's for shitty parents, though. That's pack mentality, because if you let one kid, walk all over you, then all the other kids will do it. But it's also just shitty parents.
Reading and math scores among 13-year-olds in the US fell to their lowest levels in decades. That's solid proof brain rot is destroying the education of an entire generation.
Deadass, I cook y'all in addition. When we do Trivia Murder Party, I cook y'all.
Brain rot content won't disappear because it's too...
I'm an accounting major, I'd smoke your ass. Okay, well, you're not in my Trivia Murder Party game, so you're not gonna cook me.
But parents can control what their kids watch, and that choice changes everything. More importantly, kids need time away from their screens. And if you're Gen Alpha and you're watching this, here's my advice. Don't let brain rot ruin your future. Visual Venture.
All right, W video. Next.